dia kwa kogu kakran kita nsabo so me no wei ebeye juada ye twatwo ewom juada siebehia no a yebehia juada na emomanye kita nsabo so me ya chesa fimpinu ene aduonu yebeka se etwatwo eti so afidie da ha se yabuhia unim se ene ye juada ena juada so de se no nwatwini nyabo ne breso na wote se ye bodwumi ye demu biti demu ni ye biti ni ye kwa yanimu a enye hwe se buhie beni ni sujumedie ne bre ena so ewa Adom 106.3 FM so ne e free sabri kwapim se nondu ebebo no buhia ne hia ne se bo afidie da se ene nsam a wo beti bi edoso ensam a yede brew eche kure sabri ya meka se ni ndisi amanyoko no guso dendendendende woguso wo meyimu woguso wo nhyiamu kase ya abodo nhyiamu ampanimfo se protocol sa woro ye wose odi social distancing ya ngohuru yenso yenhye masko ni nyina wodi so na enne amamra ni amane kwan so ndisi amanyoko no eye wo ba pani na wayinuo se bonye running mate emma mampani dada John Dramani Mahama yamame jena no poku adema enne na berwa yi poma kwa mampanimfo pa ne hontuma na konna kwowe ene ensam ne de chekuro ya ba general secretary yoda manyoko na no de ne de aba chairman de ne de aba sabri ya meka sei ene mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ya wono so en wodi animu ewo NDC amanyoko nu atu frankade amabo wakasa dende dia busia ye be kone yakwa akotie bi ni yakasa de wakasa bi atwa bi egu wo wi a enne mamienu emma kentin wo mienu ene ye ni wo si adwafi se nne no se wotie NDC amanyoko nu mpanimfo ewomu asem a wo ka mampani dada chemu so oh man die ye kam masem a NDC ena adi animu NDC ena ekwa animu ntu abusua wo da yenko na yentie bi emra se na yemfa chisesumidi abusua frame ABY Mejo some producers listo wo kwadwofo jo abedna gwa santie se edukwam kule nu ena Facebook live ani YouTube nyina ye dem live wo Jamestown Jeko na Daroma abusua ye ba sesia na yentie we ye ba enchiremu ni ye wombia de beto aso e de amamo.
We will, as part of an Integrity for Development Action Plan, launch what I call Operation Sting. Operation Sting will be an anti-corruption crusade which under my watch will involve massive, far-reaching and practical government reform. It will be a ruthless system that fights against all corrupt political appointees and public sector workers. It will be a requirement for all who serve in my government to publish their assets declarations and have the same audited by the Auditor General. Of course, the elephantine size of government, consisting of 125 ministers or more, we have been burdened with over these last 4 years will be reduced drastically. And the savings that we will make from the emoluments of these reduced number of ministers and the privileges that they enjoy will be channeled towards rewarding assembly members to perform the function towards paying assembly members to perform the function of collecting accurate birth and death information in their various electoral areas. And I'm sure this will give better meaning that will satisfy our Supreme Court about the value of our birth certificates. My brothers and sisters, tonight is for my running mate and my vice presidential candidate. I'll save the rest for my policy dialogue sessions, which I'll be starting soon, and the launch of our manifesto in August next month, during which we'll discuss and debate the NDC solutions and plans for our country. Our plans will include an aggressive job and entrepreneurial program in the public and private sectors that will deliver a minimum of 250,000 jobs every year. And a total of more than 1 million jobs across the country by the end of my term in office in 2024. We will put Ghanaians back to work to earn a decent living. Congratulations, Professor Nana Jinopokwa-Jiman, the first female Vice Chancellor of a public university in Ghana, on your selection and acceptance to be our party's running mate. Together, we have made the best choice for Ghana. Together, we'll work for the women of Ghana, we'll work for the youth of Ghana, we'll work for the people of Ghana. I assure you, you have my fullest and unalloyed support. You have the fullest support of the NDC and the support of millions of Ghanaians, including young people who you have either directly trained in your long career as an educationist of repute, or those who you have inspired by your stellar achievements. We cannot fail them. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to the good people of Ghana Professor Nana Jinopokwa-Jiman, by the grace of God and the will of the Ghanaian people, the next Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you, and God richly bless you. Thank you.
Sutie Adom 106.3 FM Benny Suzumedie and Yegusu no medical dia tru anim se ne NDC amanyokuo no enye amamra ni amane kwanso running mate wodi atira tachire ama fimpinu ne aduonu abato no NDC for sene ne mampani dada aka se woji tumi emfie na ya ho kire ya Ghana fo akomu emfie na kodan chese wo se Ghana fo atete pa nwowomuo no no chese rescue mission wo beji Ghana fo afiri sa ha numu ensem odi atodwade abusua bebre na yatena sie no yesi adwan no e wo se ensem no yade bi topono so ne yesi ne koso na running mate NDC deba mampani dada nsem a waka bie ne se NDC amanyoko no se ye kasa ye mama position se bo mayimu a wo ma seti pace no efiri mresante efiri bra wo yi wo bai pani Joyce Bamfordado se wo meye speaker of parliament sabre ma shebedwam nanka ye kan speaker se aba parliament en ye efiri wonmonyafo DF anan mo abreso banyina da enupo de ye kan na chese ya ba ni mu ebegyina sachi use mo abamu Peter Lajete mo abamu do eja wo mu empanimfo eba ye ni nyina atia mema wo bia ntumi nye bold nka se maye mama so sa position ni eso wo ma oba na position no oba no betena so so Ghana fo hu se wanyi oba keke wo yi competent woman and wo man betena so be ye adwuma mra hye bedwam enu so akiri no wonum na di ka yi soafo a wo hwe attention ne so a no wo yi oba NCC ya gbakwonu so wose hoso wode ko no eti ye kasa ye mama positions dia wonu ma ye bebre eti ne wo ye no eye ntoaso ne ne wo ye no eye ntoaso se woje madi wo hu se wo se ye mama edibre ye mama chance bo mayimu chance no no ahya ase a bo ma chance no na ne wode bi toaso na mampadi se say men kan of flatbear wo hu Blackberry awodi NDC amanyoko nani na sem odi atwedwa ne se wo ba emaye kwa wo so abonsa mabiem nhyehyɛ ya wode ba beti so se hwi no wie so asabri ye womuo no emra bi wo magim wom se free mampani dada ya sabre wo chifie gya John Rollins sabre so ne ye nhyehyɛ so yenya nhyehyɛ na yemfamoa na oba bia sabo ne be mate na be mani free mu a abusua ne magye ajapade ne free wonsam wo so mo ba samra no wo be hye mu kena na aboa ma ye bo magim eti abusua se wutie nsam no dia edoson ye bebubo bi so ama yenko ye maame Gina na opoku agiman wa hyase e kasa yentie no na yemra.
Things you said. Thank you, Chairman Ofosu Apofo and Comrade Adom Katia, the one and only General Mosquito. Thank you also. I also recognize the Vice Chair of the Council of Elders, the Leader of the Minority in Parliament, former Speaker of Parliament, colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please consider yourself individually addressed. My brothers and sisters, the past 3 weeks have been interesting and sobering for me. Indeed, it has been a humbling experience. Ebenezer, this is how far you have brought your handmaids. This is how far you have brought Ghana. We thank you for all that is past, and we trust you for all that is to come. I wish to express sincere gratitude to the founder, His Excellency J.J. Rawlings, the Council of Elders, members of the National Executive Committee, the Functional Executive Committee, the entire rank and file of the NDC and general public for their incredible support and for their many, many words of encouragement, those pronounced publicly and those spoken in private. I'm grateful to all of you. We are all aware that much as many have come before me, you've heard a lot of their names, many have come before me. This is the first time in our history that a major political party has nominated a woman on its ticket to become vice president. I wish to assure the leadership and rank and file of the party that I come to this position with the mindset of a team player. I belong to all of you and will always count on your support and guidance. This is a journey we will take together. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, your singular decision to select me as your running mate has generated a whole web of responsibilities, a whole web of responses rather, and debates in this country. And I keep saying that I didn't know that my name will create such an atmosphere. But importantly, out of all the debates, the major point for me is the new focal point for girls and women. You have respected women. The women of Ghana will not forget. The youth will remember. Generations to come will commit your decision to memory and make it a reference point. We will partner with our men and youth, as we always have done, and work hard to achieve peace in our land, because that is the best way to respond to this high recognition. Thank you very much. Making history is gratifying, but what really matters is not to be the first through the door. What matters is to hold that door open for those behind us. What matters is to create other avenues for self-actualization for many more. That is the work of the next 4 years. Many are those who are now more energized to vote, thanks to the momentous decision, JM, that you have made. I urge them all to do just that. We plan not to disappoint you. By your advice and your choice, you have turned the struggles of many women who have come before this moment into a probability. We, and I refer to the men, the women, our youth, our children, we all have a chance to finally make real our dreams of serving this country at any level, of removing doubts and proving once again that collectively we are all capable. This is the time we have been waiting for. Alo nyemi mimale. Insa yebo to me aye. Nyamenye yamboafo. Yeah, I know sometimes it gets emotional, for which we will not apologize, because emotions only confirm our humanity. After serious reflection, consultations, prayers, and encouragement of colleagues, of family, of my children, I am very happy to have accepted the nomination to be the running mate of the presidential candidate of the great National Democratic Congress. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is an act of faith which I do not take lightly at all. I do not underrate the huge responsibilities and expectations that come with the call. I heard some of the women, but I call on all of us to translate our excitement and approval into action for the benefit of the good people of our beloved country. I accepted the nomination fundamentally because it is an opportunity to serve my country once again, albeit at a higher level. In God do I continue to trust, that I may never be confounded. And I know the Methodists among us know where that line is coming from. I am deeply humbled by the trust of our party and nation, and I'm excited to make a good case to the good people of Ghana as to why the J&J ticket is best poised to confront the daunting challenges of our time and usher Ghana into peace, into recovery, into prosperity. It will be my mission to ensure that the voices and concerns of our children, our youth, our aged, and our persons with disabilities are reflected in critical decisions. Together, all of us, we can strategize to solve long-standing problems of needless and unproductive discrimination and thrive as valued citizens. I want you all of us, in whatever demographic category, to know that I will carry your voices forward. Together we can make this happen. This I pledge to you. I wish that going forward, I could meet you again in the same fashion we did when we started the process of framing our manifesto and listen to your concerns, challenges, and hopes for the future. It would have been my job and my joy, as I've done in the past, to sit with you in the market, in your shop, on the farms, at the beaches, by the roadside, and in the institutions, to think and plan together argue, and even laugh at each other. But these are not normal times. COVID-19 is real, no doubt. There is no doubt about it that it is real. However, we will together find safer ways to meet and talk and plan and strategize for the good of our country. We will collectively work out the way forward so that we own our agenda. We must own our agenda in this country. Men and women together have accomplished fantastic things in our history. But I also acknowledge that today I stand on the shoulders of many giants who came before me. Throughout our history, women have always played pivotal roles in the advancement of what today has become our country. When duty called, our women too responded. We all have in mind great heroines who by their actions shattered the concept that women alone must be restricted by ceilings and limitations. I salute those many women who have made such great contributions to the advancement of our country. And just as importantly, I pay homage to those many unknown women, the silent and invisible and unacknowledged women and men who also played and continue to play critical roles in building what we now call Ghana. Now do allow me to tell you a little bit about myself, very briefly. I'm Nana Jane. I think that's news. I was born in Cape Coast, a town with rich and intriguing connections to the Ghanaian story. My parents come from the holy city of Komenda. Remember the Komenda sugar factory? They are called Kofi Nyame in Abata. I won't tell you the Christian names. And these two people have blessed the earth and are blessed of God and man forever. I wish them peaceful rest. One of my beloved mothers, biological mother of my oldest sibling, who became a great friend, comes from Alabanyo, but she spent a great deal of her life in Kwando. Mama Rose, Hedinye. Growing up as a little girl, I didn't dream of standing in this position, not that I knew that it even existed. However, what I knew and what I believed, along with my siblings, was that if I studied and focused enough, and especially if my actions benefited others before they benefited me, there was nothing impossible to achieve in our beloved country. I still believe these values, that other people matter too. My parents believed, and they demonstrated in our lives, that good quality education and hard work would open for me a world of possibilities. My parents' conviction made us all believe in our own ability to pursue any goal, and also believe in the rewards of grit and determination. Becoming the first female vice-chancellor in Ghana was for me the most tangible testament to this fact. And here, let me once again congratulate Professor Richard Dixon, recently appointed Vice-Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And as well, to extend congratulations to Dr. Koyo Enim Wright, who becomes the first female registrar of UPSA, where this event is taking place. This country called Ghana has given me the opportunity to live out that promise and to aspire to the limits of my own potential. It has continuously rewarded a life of hard work and offered me the privilege to give back through service. It is precisely because of where my story began that I know what is possible in this country and what the individual can achieve. These are the same lessons I passed on to my students and of course to my children and nephews and so on. And especially I hope to pass on to my two adorable grandsons the joys of my life. But it is also because of where my story began that I know it takes more than just grades and good work ethic. I had good opportunities also. That made a difference in my life because my origins and upbringing are not unique. Villages and towns across our country are full of stories like mine. They are full of parents making untold sacrifices for the sake of their children and to ensure their futures. They are full of market women, fishermen, and farmers toiling in the sun to feed their children on their backs and those they have left behind at home. The stories are full of young mothers and fathers who are balancing family life, work obligations, and entrepreneurial ambitions. The young mother and yes, the young father who often has to manage family life, employment, and other commitments seamlessly. We are a people who jump over many hurdles. This too shall pass. Walking that road is an act of courage. That experience is a forge of character. Villages and towns in our country are full of brilliant young people with great ambitions and boundless energy. They are full of young people who rightly aspire to bring their own children into a better Ghana than their parents did. We must facilitate that. Throughout the years, I have been blessed to meet and interact with numerous Ghanaians in every region of our country whose experiences echo mine. I have taught and mentored thousands of youth from all walks of life over the course of my career. And I have always been inspired by their passion, by their determination, by their positivity, and by their desire to succeed. But without good, meaningful opportunities, all of that toil and resilience and determination sum up to nothing but frustration, and all that youthful energy amounts to yet more wasted potential. We must harvest that. Far too often in this country, this is how the story ends. And so, clearing the hurdles in their path, giving them a hand up, not just a handout, offering them plans and not just promises. These must be the immediate priorities of our national agenda. In today's turbulent political economic climate, I propose that there are 4 crucial factors to consider in tackling issues relating to youth and gender. First, we must be mindful of the fact that 60% of our population will be under the age 30 in a few years ahead of us. This is why it is so important and critical that we systematically reform all our institutions and all our systems to effectively address the aspirations of our youth in this country. Second, we need meaningful, quality, and comprehensive education that goes beyond access and numbers and responds to the future we can actualize. Third, we must leverage on vocational and technical training to equip many into fulfilling and creative and meaningful work. Such will advance our development. Fourth, we must provide opportunities that transcend political patronage. Connection, the practice of whom you know. We need equal opportunity and fair opportunities based on merit. And these are imperative for sustainable economic growth. The time for that shift is now. Truth be told, despite all our challenges, Ghana remains a special place where any dream should be possible, where every aspiration matters, where everyone, be it a little boy from Boli or a little girl from Komenda, can and should aspire to be anything they want to be, even president, even vice president. And this is why we love our country so much. We must continue to make this country a place we cherish and are proud to belong to, a place of opportunities. In the past, and more so recently, I have had extensive discussions with His Excellency John Mahama about issues confronting our country and his vision for the coming years. These have been broad, passionate, and engaging. In John Mahama, and you have to work closely to get to know other aspects of him, you'll find a person who is thoughtful, visionary, makes no claim to perfection, and admits his mistakes and missteps, and valuable lessons learned from them. Surely, our society is better served with such down-to-earth, considerate, and reflective leadership. We have chosen the path of peace, inclusiveness, self-reliance, leading to belief in ourselves to solve our problems. It is an important avenue through which to turn our current circumstances into opportunities that yield great dividends for us all. And us in this context should and must include generations unborn. It is our business to think about them also. Their lives also matter. It is clear that with the right direction and resolve, with all of us being part of the forward march, our country is destined for greatness. We can and must right the course of our country. We all admit that we can put our country on a firmer, more sustainable path, a path of peace, in order to move forth in ways that are meaningful and clear. At this time, I say to the SHS students who are writing the exams, let me assure you that I have children your age in the same situation too, if not biological. Therefore, I understand the difficult situation you are going through, and especially the anxiety that you have as some of your colleagues and staff got infected by the COVID-19. There are also, sadly, reports of deaths of students and other staff. The partisan nature of our politics today makes it difficult for even to ask a simple question about the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic without triggering a whole political brawl. This is not helpful. All the same, my condolences to the family. Believe us, many of us share in your loss. I ask us all to be very disciplined about following the WHO guidelines and government directives by taking good care of ourselves. And some of us may understand these protocols a little better let us share that knowledge. Let us save lives, no matter whose life is saved. Countrymen and women, all we are doing right now is what has been and has always been a very simple exercise of registration. What is not so simple this time is that the exercise is taking place in a time of a dreadful pandemic that is still evolving, in our case, still rising. As if all of this is not bad enough, the level of violence, brute force, bloodletting, and sheer breakdown of law and order in an otherwise straightforward act of registering to vote is unbecoming of our country, especially of a country that until recently was hailed as the fulcrum of democracy in our region. How did we descend into this situation? The answer is simple. When there appears to be selective justice, when some offenders are not even placed on the hook, but are hailed and promoted and excused for being nasty and violent, the logical outcome is what we see. This situation of people dying, being harassed because they have decided to register to vote, it's not a story you can tell any child in the future. How will you begin that story? And when that child asks you their favorite question, why? What will we say? And if they add a few questions and they ask, so what did you do? Or what did you say? What will be our response? We need to show up and vote come December 7th. Each one of us must jealously guard our sacred right to vote and reject the attempts by some to disenfranchise some. We are all Ghanaians and we love this country deeply and we make contributions to the running of our country. Do not let anyone make you feel otherwise. The choice we have in this election is very clear. We can either build a Ghana where every citizen, regardless of background, is afforded equal opportunity to become their best selves, or we can continue on a path where a few people attempt to control and dictate the destiny of the people who have given them the privilege to govern in the first place. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let our policies deviate from this unproductive path of injustice and non-peace. We, the people of Ghana, all of us, are the protectors and owners of this country for our collective good and for that of generations unborn. You know, what makes Ghana so special is that despite our various ethnic groups, religions, diverse backgrounds, we all come together as one people under one flag, inspired by the sacrifices of our ancestors to create a great country. And everyone's ancestor has been a worthy contributor.
For near Yeti, a Oba Penny Jenana, Opoku, Ajima, Yasabre, NDC, Amanyokono, Egino, running mate, Ya Fimpino, and Ya Juno, Wodia Chiateche, Ama Mampenida, da John Dramani Mahama, ne, Wodia Nimunwa said to Franca, Ama NDC, Amanyokono. And some Ahudwa and Wade attitude to Jano, Tessa, and Nase Wutia na Dibra was some Sir running mate or NDC Amanyokono emu ehu and waje pene adasie nidino was it say onukre no wanwa ye bo nidino na bonim se dede ebeba hu sei nidino wa na anwenda se ebebo nidin ama eho yaba and someone body atu dwade abusua edoso papa na makacho se enne ye wo mamienu ewo fiase wo beni ni sujumedie so eti yeyi running mate yo oba na ema enne yesi adwai na ewo se ensam no edapono so yehwe na yesi ne koso emma ewo amanyo mu nyina wo ya amanyosem ewo mai mu nyina no oba pani achiemu se tese wo bo wo nyina baso na emumasem ba ko a waka ne se yebema oba dibre ewo se manya dibre based on merit enye se ye ka so wo yoba near the position ya mane keke wo ba wo sen wo fata dibre ne ye de manoa obetumi aye eno ene adwuma chese bo se for hwen wo tumi aye eti abusuan madika de ato anim sem no de doso sabri ya make say ene emperimfo aye krado e wo fie ha ye be hyase na ensem no se ne sitie no ye de atop no so pepepe hagia ama frempon MPP amanyoko no communication team member e wo fie say sadaso na root Dela Sedo, Deputy National Youth Organizer, Emma NDC amanyoko no so also ebe fiase yedi asedama Franco Trading Enterprise enwumrei wo bo ye chidom wade Franco TV abedwa so na Franco TV so mfa so nti ene Ghana fo se TV no ebi wo no mo a wogie e kanko a na Franco TV de proper one wogie a echie ohaw bia eni ho no mo ene papa Franco se wodwadie no wode aba Facebook enti wo de se Facebook a Franco TV on Facebook betumi enwo ana se www.Franco Trading Enterprise nechese edwadie no wode ahyeche so Agbeve Herbal Center Mona soap na Mona cream and wode ta ye chire mo obi entudin se wedi otwamu a nechese wagya bibi wo hono wo pe good scent enye nununu center eye Mona soap Mona cream Agbeve Herbal Center ena de abadwa so woje ode kama wodi dwade na wo tebo nechese eso mfa so de bebre ana DBS roofing sheet in chance papa ye de bodan so DBS na de abadwa so hadia memo akwa baba microphone no mami boko de
oh matna ho anka meda enna nkomo na ye bono e ma meda ye kra ma betena no fi mo share me time no ma betena no na mama mada me mpa so fie nka mo ka anka me ye zoom ennefa emma ho efa emma ho me giri se wate asem a running mate NDC ayi no wode atudwa anwumre ensem a akoso nyina eka yensem a ene ye ka ho eti na enna wani da hopa sene me chasa matna sia wo machine na kasasa me na nim sa wo bo ayi e friend say prayer points bi kra na ama enti me na mso me metie mpa ebo bi na ehu hia me fa nchiche ma brabo ho me ba ya ma ante ai na me start se mi tonkoi
sir to anyu waje so ube tie prof asem a wo ka no
me prof wan
Professor Jena no poku ajiman
no kasa
wante
sanya hona me da ye no
yenhwe emma yemma wodibre wo mayim sene wutie efri mampani dada John Dramani mama nasem ya bode atudwa osori ye NDC amanyoko no na abọ kwan ato ho fa ma yemma wodibre wo mayim nye dibre kekre dibre akese wo mayim ena professor nka sei modi abeto aso se ewom se obi beka so this is not the first time a ye oba se running mate but a major political party there NDC amanyoko no na edikan a enye se wo yi oba wo gidie se oba wo ebetumi aye adwuma no yenhwe emma ani dibra ye de ma won ewo magimu hadia so mami
ebi me mo adwo bio say me share oda nti ene first time nti ene na ye share idea me hope say emre bia susu no ye besan share haji
so de waji ba bia
ene so ne first time am ba ben ni issues so nti eja oja so me mo bia otie enwumre bia adwo mama nyukuo ye mampanyi oda no his excellency nana adodanko akufuado oni na bedi echire his excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia baby omu wo bia me majo nana de minim se watia ne na echi ko north kwa akoye working visit wo honom enwuma wo honom a okwa akohwe senior AC ko enwumre eno kodu ye se wie no kodu ye okochia ode ani die koma say chere me show ade no so kus baby na me sorry o say me ntimi amoma me try me antro na wo abefu mfidie ne so di kan lande your command
so ochia nananom
so ko ba bia ase ya ba ha me ba
bi na friend
nananom na so e de na nudisam to ho de nti a waba omufie na omsu hira no ma na kwa aba na ombie kwan ma no na nwumre ya so okoye adwuma baako ye rajon jinapo baby odi mrashe bedwa no odi eyi MP wo no ya kosogo honum no ya ba beto abanum no yewra na danko akufuado ekoshe ebo wo ho se omudi tu nanim se omunsuo ehonsam inti nana enso ka kire mo se nyame ya adom na mbedi mampanyi a meba be ya amamo ampanyi ampa enwumre ya em se adom mo hwe mo online kra mu behu ewo honum wakwa fulfill promise no and we commission water project no for yape for no enwumre ya
no campaign to na said ye hina
there be sane Mamin Kancho say President Akufo-Addo fulfills 2016 campaign promise, commissions water projects for Yape.
Okay.
Omampenyi Akufo-Addo. Emra no to anamom okwa pro 2016 no. So yemfa so okwa baabi a obi mo kom ahi asem che no nana eheya wa ba wo se wo pese wo bedi mampanyi wo se yento aba ma yen ye ha idie hia ye wa ha eye yen kane asem ehia ye wa ha ye yakwan ni hia ye ha ye school dan ni hia ye ha ye nsuo okwa honom no mo de to nanim se nsuo eye ade ba ko a ehu hia wo mo pa na ti o se according to President Akufo-Addo, the Yape water supply system will serve 11,443 people. Nipa ebe so be banfa so ama wo.
Tinechese bosha wo share yen no wadi so. Yeda se yenko topic no so.
Media me friend osi ade yo. Osi ade yo adankwa enwumrei Yape for danase. Na omo se omo da wase pa se ne ewusi share bone ma omo no. Wa na ne wachi ama omo. Yo rajon jinapo emse nwumre nke se wo honum na wadi mrahye bedwa wo honum se mfie nwotwe ade a wo maka wo ho e yo mahi asem no wantimi amfa nto former boss anim na mom se wo UPS emse wo te ho bo wo nsem a ukrom ana wo manfo e na o mampanyi Akufo-Addo akwaye ade a o hye o mo bo so obeya ama wo mo no emma enkanko emse minu mienu yete hayi konsoli a woti akire wan sorry na obetena honom wo ya akola mama no papa ewo edo to honom uko school sua ade nyanim de na wo de bae na wo de ba betena honom enne obi wo baabi o otie wonne ewo afidie so ema ono so otimi nya arehirem se that bia who do you aspire to be? Oh, there's a baby wo Adom FM your friend ABY. Me pese that bia me so me tena fidie na otena akire no so. Na me kasa, na me bodawro, na me kanse me eto emma anipa asum. Ote ho no oyi obi mentor enso ebi kura na onhu okura da. Me te honom no obi bi onimi bia nim say I come from a stock of strong women and I don't make any up me ye fi a man ne ye gina me nana abna himfie wansi classroom da me nana kans me beto me nana kanso a me tri ye me beto me nana maame me beto no na de bia na me nana kase omusu ano maame no tontoma okuma si dwum UAC na enwumre bia na one ne nanfofo me wafo maame nsia emo eko night school na yawo me nana nua ba ko nti me nana de bia kase maame eko night school adwo ahemachi eye me nana na one na kwa akotena school dem honum na omote honum anu wabisa no esi adwo riso a oso penufa nso no wona adult education no nim fi se no hia no de abetrotro ne nkrata ewo dwom no obi amesisi no wo ho enso ohwe ni manyina eye me nana kanso an ohwe ni manyina mabaako be mabaako mi boni din a obenim no wo Ghana ye friend JH Mensa osan hwe ne baba baako ema ne benyin ya beye ye mampanyin yire first lady wo krom hanom ye friend me sister is Akofo inti me minim the importance of encouraging women, ensuring say emma ebe kwa akogina baby ombegina anshase ene ye free baby ene ye di aba bedru ene baby ye di aba bedru ene ni na ikura no ye da ho pre se a man kan ko obekọ animu ye da ho pre ye was century a ye wo mi nyinai we are still campaigning for equality and improvement in women's lives say memenda enwumre ena madam fu bi de link bi send me say ama na ade ewa hu na me say eden a me bi a story no makoma de me bram se oba ema etimi afa ebuo se na adua abo mampanyi a wadi mfie aduokono se no mususu se oye beyifo ensi baby a we si Ghana ha ya mpempi no se asemba anase obi wo ho na ni bibi nkoyie o se makọ baby me kwa sorry sofo se abrewa wo fie na eye me fa hanom ye se abrewa na me bi sa se nti da ben ye obi be ka se okoye no ne ye se be ma na wo fie honom na eye no ade anya wakọ se wa bra bo wonhwe mmobra ne yie no ukoye ne ade ahye obi na oba no aba be yi ahye abrewa na otifie no nti maade yenkan ko ye yie diem ya setenam obi biara ni honoma oba na obedi oman so anase oba na onya ba bitena ompese obeboa ama akwakodu sampempenso no
ye wo se me pese me boa ene ye wo se wasem na wo kan wo de ye adwuma eti no ene se wutie ensem a empanimfo yi kan di si amanyoko mpanimfo nyina ka wo se a omni omo kan no ye se a ye yo ese ye kase ye ba ban mu a positions de beba ye de bema ma no ebe ya kese anye se ma ne de monko ha be treasure ma no monko da bi dibra kese enti no wo sha ase we speaker former speaker say Joyce Banfordado ye maame bra na be dit say dibre no ene onya atani January ye ono so ayi oba efiri ho no ma dibra wode amawo ya ne wode aba be si running mate die so no utie mampani dada John Dramani mama wose we kura die sha se wosan ba ban mu a dibra kese e bo aban mu no dodo no abekwa amama na maye bi so amamahu eti sane wo kan ene ye maame die ya wo kan ye maame dente die ya agi ba bia ye se ye fight for no yeti o mayi mu ena ye bo abanya aba woni abetwam gambaga say riches camp wo honomo ye be ye free honomo ye shede twa sika ayi maame hajia penso lawyer ye twa sika se ye gu camp no na aka baby ama ne betena ye ntumi antu ase na minim se ye adwen se bia ye ne preko ye ne ye gyamu ade no so ye a eto ntwa enti ma no kwan be so ye de ano ne se ye de bo ama ana se ne NDC for kan se ye de ya ye bi na mu behu ne ye be ya to aso mo de no de hia
abi na maybe atwa mu no na ye wo atemuafo no oba panyi a no da no oba besia ne a friend no Justice Mrs. Georgina Theodora Wood kasa ne amanyosem ne kasa ya kotena se aye kasa ya bi ma mrantie bi kotena ase ka asem fa maame no ho ma Ghana fo ye dede se na mo mema mo kotena se na mo maame mutimi ka ne ho asem mutimi di hu mutimi ye ade ehu se kafa ne ho chese mabom tipo ye de omo kogina atemu abia Emma judge otena asem no so no ka se yemfa omo nko na du afiem wo krom hanom ye koye na ye de omo kotu na du afiem no ena anwumre amanyosam a ye ka say ye national development anasa national anasa yako atemuefo na kwatena se yaka asem no ena bi mu gina ye se amanyoku nti no mokoe mo mrafie munyese ne ese ene mo a mo pese mrantie ne ye yomo mampanyi ye enfa ne nsanwu krata ase enyi omo enfa mra sa time no na mampanyi dada a watwam ye John Dramani mama ono no di mampanyi ne gender minister ni education minister ni deputy chief of staff menka enkwa akire ma ne nye asem tintin bia wo hanom Ghana haya na ne ewo na sa asem ni si ye se ye pese ye ka se ya te say dia ya fa oba running mate nti sebe emma ho nsem nyina ye den akwa bibia ni ho bium problem bia ni honoma emma amabobodin kotena ase Mami Valerie Soya mami Oyelita ya mami ene ose ene we should hold each other's hand up no not hand down ehonmete yam some man sami en some ma form no na ne nyonko Georgina Theodora Wood sabe no ye bema enso ode ne otena ase etimi yenanim wisi e de sign krata ase se emrantie na oma bo maami ni hu aka so omunya na omu bepra no omampanyi ene dada na wetwam satan na oyo omampanyi na no so obebe na bedi akire no enko no nkoyi omo ede be na asese ne sani esese de ede ne bana nyame amfa sa ama emma nsoso na obeye running mate ne de a ene ema na ede na duafiem na obeka se yensan for mo nko condemn obeka se obi oda na duafie bia for mo nko condemn so timi ase the pen ehye nkrata ase eye sa de na de obebe gina ho kan ni nyina se I've mentored one rhetoric speech ya wa santimem hanu ya wakasa bi ya kan sesebe o kan kwa yetie ne kwa wo begina ho na wo kan kwa metie ebia ne se na mi to nko no fisani ya wo kan nyina no wa ye bibia memahu da se wo so ye empowerment na one so da ye se your friend is saying obi be take singular honor and decision nipa na o take is a singular and non decision na o de ama na e na o de hoahoa wo no say nipa no wo de won setim krata ase se onyina no onyi mema bia na o ma bo ba henya inti that time na women empowerment to say women should go hwan ne say no na o papa eja atane o maami o mu free commander no ne me maami me nana Abraham fie ono kra se bi no nsi classroom da kra no mpo no so hu se na abadaye so hu se oba tan kra kitaba na bi o esi one face ba no bre maami comes no mi wo buo de masa me nana na wansi classroom da no e de chese no ni ma de kra ye mamma e de mamma kan ko ewi ekire no baby so a wo san aka say o say yanya den ye de free baby na ye de akwa be ye de aba bedru baby aban biara ni honom a waba in South Fourth Republic a ye nyina ye wo mi a onfa manko be onfa ma enka na aban no ho aban biara ni ho a wa yesa aban biara ba de ma ka ho aban biara yera ye time mama ma wo abakosem emra na ye mampanyi dada wetwam na nwumre na omu nyina achia founder greetings to founder and na founder ni ho founder anko bi on ade no enwumre program no me na founder ni ho bisemiti se ye achia no
se o maka se COVID-19 mpanimfo ni bi wo no ye nhye se ya o mumma
yen me kuo na me dom no eda na ye koma mpanyimfo nsa so sesei no ye ma mpanyi dada his excellency J Kufo otuto mun kakran e de kire se onim ade ne ho mfaso na sada no wasn't any other day da obodin oye na mi ba mi ye na piemprenu ya boni ya ye naming ceremony ene ye adoring next time e ba no be ka chem se ye kwa aso dem akoye christening nipa baako ya ye naming ya adoring next one ye christening ye be ko
no so bebe mu ahu who say na wo kan bibi hagia na wo kan bibi fa say ye ma mi gin na no poku agema ya kosan for muntie 3 say ye nyi won ti I say or support sign no me gidi sa wo te reply a Samija mfide ba ye fa ni enti a osan ye mo say asotwe no a ye de mama ntie miensa no de what no what chire say wo mafom ye ntwe waso na emom say ya twe obi aso no what de bibia di say ade na me ye no manu me ho say batan wo ba ye ade na wo se manu me ho a na chese wo de bone no ache no enu nti no okosan ye no wan te sa Samija mfi explanation no
Samija mfi na my explanation mama me ne said yenti ama me ne koye no wo ba adwuma wo ho emra omo na wo sign krata no apart from bibi omo no sign omo can say they also have a duty to protect you meboa eka endwumakuo bia once see ama beya me hye a studio hey me amebo me ho ban but mo wo asodie ba akoso da mo ho so say mo bo me ho ban wa ha because me were under my roof into more bomb ho ban e ka ho bi nka so bi ba be bibi na wo ba adwuma de bia na obi ahyase ehunehuna wo adwumam obi ahyase ene bo wo ntrani wo adwumam na wakobo management amane na management CEO asemi e serious so na dakro de obi aba hu say abuse no and abuse comes in any form verbal emotional physical nti fa say de bia oba adwuma nipa no obo ohunehuna na management say there be ebi wa ade ye hu say affect no e ma ne kra ntimi nya na adwuma nti esimasi ni ye ma ne nya e ma adwuma obi because ye nim next person or de be kwa ye no na omafre waka cha say ye hwe threat ne ba bia si kona is dangerous nti oni akro no pam no twam no ye se mo meye adwuma wa habiem waji atum ho adwo wanya gidie wo adwuma wo ye no dakro oba adwuma wo ho na wo boss abasan bi wai ya na ye kan se ye be ma na ko na ya dwen hu bebre nti ye hu se o se wasakra onye sa biu nti wo de agyan ma ne nka na ye ma ne mra adwuma wo ye nipa dasani pa wo de fansa wa ukofi ade na obadwen waka say adwumanfo ya de omo ne me aye die me anka ebia na wo me anka meka me yembe se me kakra me nya ahotoso ni gidie ensa ma adwuma ma because de bia me ba me hwehwe machi na sada kra san ba ni mu na osan ba ye biun enti se osina ne mani omo wa abadaye na ohwe na omanu omo ho she should have thought about how Mama Georgina Theodora Wood felt and on de no ni abusia Mami no sorry ya no babesi honum. Enu mpo de emfa nsa wa ye da obehu chief justice na former chief justice no. E ma umbehia baabi. Ohu no nsere hwe no. No ntwam no nko. Enu so wo honum. Se ya ye wo honum wa beka nasem e na ono de oje efa hin kosin no ye say. Ye yi ni nyina free honum a ebi wai. Ye nyi yempam no ni ntwa ni nyina free honum. Mo ankasa mo sister station. Bako enumre in fact more another one on the other side they come umbrella in hu hanum na omo ye analysis on sorry maami ne era John Mahama ho and what the package brings and I say you know
G&G
amopo de maami nye me space na me kanjire we say the ticket Joy News solving the Jane and John puzzle. JM branded incompetent, integrity, failure to appeal to middle class, disconnected from party and its base. And NJOA, Chesenana Jeno Pukajman, competent, integrity, middle class appeal, mass party based disconnection, and X factor ye woman. Joyful na ade we ato on. Nyame ya adoma 2020 ye tinkwam December. Se wote hai. Se bibia ensi. Ye nim omo ayede omo kọ. We nya sa me ba be ye onsohwe wo. Me pese me bisa wo se ye kwa akoto aba na se wo be ba be bobo a tickets na ayede ba no. Hwan mo mfo ni ne de beto so na mo be ka ho asem wo hanom. MPP hwan ne de ne kọ. Ye di omampanyi ote so dada na ado danko akufo ado. Oni ye de ne kọ mebo a. NDC amanyuko no mo se omo de omampanyi dada wetwam John Dramani Mahama. LPG omo se omo de Yera Kofi Akpalu. Other party ben bi no wayi ne de. Em se omo na mate omo de. Ye kwa omo pictures na ebe hu wo honom. Se bia maami akua donko so ba. Ono so Ghana Freedom Party ye de ne beto honom. Mo ahwe yie na mo pese mo yi John Mahama free ho na mo de hair your no e your ba no mo Crawford bebe wa akoto amakua donko e de cho so ma dwen be am se mo se oba na eba kanipa na mo de ne ba no John Dramani Mahama na yenim no mo mfere mo san for no amra na mo fa ni magina
o hu ne se party no eyi flag bearer na sinchen
flag bearer na eyi maame na ka flag bearer what bonidi wa boni di obiate mo di akokrom mo aka ena na jo wo san ya outdooring wo outdoor na ma hwan wo party for in fact eno mo de ne party for no outdoor mo want say no mo ya ma mi odende e te say ne watu kwan na wa ba na de pan no aba fie
Adam mu sura na
yes ro wan ma me
because tio ensem a mampani dada kan de fa ma mi ho sa wo be ka ye ndisi abre so suku adan bi omo sha ase se omu si na omo de aboa ma suku ntu aso akoso day senior high school community day senior high school World Bank sike ba ye no ene mampani dada chemu se sa ma mi mu wa nenam so emma sa sika no ba ye po adwuma e wo se omutumi de ye omutumi ye wa bra no ye minister se education minister no na bre so ene ehun sa chechefo anu onumu enkwa adwuma wonko kira de sa bra na gina bo hanche mu aduonu nso ete ba bo hanche mu nso from 27 to 7%. Sa bre no asumu ena chechefo almost 40,000 ye fa bon e wo magimo ema abonya bibi edo wonsa yeye eti se maame ne beka ne ho a wo so ono no onim emodem mu a wobo wo beka ne ho a ne wo ye no betumi aboa no ne wo ka nyina no nka se bi a maame no ye wono gina nchen maame no obeye campaign ama ne se wo beko ne din ne beba nkata so mu no na asa mabohu bi sa
na ye ebo ni din ni obo ni din no ono na
because maame no kura kan nwumre se no onim kura se ebo ni din na manfo ho ba wusi
na dwen me ba ye me se me ba ye me bisa o se topic a wo ano no na nka nema bebrebe e wo Ghana ha me bisa wo se o age anwumre ide one na wo ma ye nti ye nka me ba it was one of the questions I asked you because me ma hanom na me ma meton obi e ma na manyofo nipa kra mo friend am say root jamo program na say root wo ho amemo ajo na me twen wa mo aba minim say wo pon opentam akore baby susu anka wo bai so anka bebo root na say obeye sa adwuma ne nyame me de minim say December 2020 ye de o mampanyin na adoda nko akufu ado na ekwa akogina honom o se ade eyo be men na ono no ba e no say me de me ntena honom na me ntwen say progressive free education na me mankola ni bi ntena fie fi so omunya sika ntu fees me hwa ma kola bia akọ ye start ye form 3 for you cultural so any form 2 gold track for you mo makogina ho na nkola yi na fa hin kosi hin na Nigeria for ka say omo de womo nye sa omo mankola ne nko mo hwe de Nigeria ye na Nigeria enwumere yara me wo ho na obi de ade ebe kire me say sis wo hu na msi odin asem na aba no se Ghana de anadu de nyame asra no na msi enwumere wo be ma me raps no se ye pay status wonim sa wa ye kna na nkrofo asre wo kroma sa Nigeria fo nim wo nyansa sabi nyansa no mo wo leader odi o manim ni say Nigeria for the abasa nkola ni nko school na wo mo nkonko tro wasi no nam se oyiko asemi na da hoi eno dia omaye din o eno dia omantimi anka me po mampania ye bisa ne say are you corrupt obetimi ho agina ka say I have never been corrupt I am not corrupt I will not be corrupt enye de be bisa ne say have you been corrupt obisa as a human being not as a human being as a donkey nanka na nipa ni bisa na obisa o se hwan na o se bisa na as John Dramani Mahama kaya Peter Okocho bisa na sa question kaya na eso yi ano me po mampani a me gina hono menne na me nam na me kwa me hu se sebe o ka se obeboa ankofo na o ma ya one district one factory no me hu bi mini odi ayanka se bi nsi e kra na minim omnifet minim eku juice minim sunda minim nsawam de a omo ye tea roll me pesa o mampanyin no me po mampanyin a COVID-19 ba ye ABY emra na ye wo Ghana ansa na papa kufu ofri so ayira atamils nya me fa ni kransi ye e ba ye no ne ese ye de yakwa kodru lower middle income level a chese obi bese ye ne man kitenkete ana ayi omo hwe standards ne hwe ne akoya nimwom enta so mampanyin John Dramani Mahama buy or befa sa economy no konye unya hwemo asekra monokro no oba be wie no de yakwa IMF sa jobs no se maame no boa me de buy no wonim sa na IMF nkwasom na na ye hyase no na job freezing kan ho nimra so ne nya unemployed graduates association of Ghana na no be jina no ka say I will bring financial services one financial services what ho and now what's now honoma banks and collapse under MP.
Yeah, beba honum haji ma memfa me messages ba kumienu ansa na ya ba honum na menkatie for say abujafo NDC amanyoko deputy youth organizer root sedo na ne yehwe na nimu so beba na dwumadie no panimfo ni nyina ja honomo na wo na enche madwenche no fabifa Facebook live Adom 106.3 FM ne yenkenkan ma YouTube so ye demusa na enne mampani da dansem o kan ye no so ye be kofo evise o se NDC amanyoko ne ba mo musika kika savings and loans ne banks no ni MPP for de yemwo mo fill forms ansa na wonsa kan usika na mo mfa ha na mo nko receiver honom ni nyine betwam wo betua musika nyina ma mo hyew ye be ko ho na adwenkyere amode ababa akumiem na yenko yanim from body de ose bi wa me show live from ablekuma na me hwe wo efrim adof kwadwo tete ose bi wa ashaman edem live it is opokuso ede was it it is wasema wo kan de mente ye se maame no odo mayisika ene to an addition aso se ne wo kano wase medium Kwame Benjamin de yode aba wase me show free kuntinse satellite GVL hono mo na me boss any countryman so wuchi anama me na Richard Kwaku Sam so ose bi why toaso na bo adwuma no mayen Max Billion Churchmensen pa bonki nipa ba ku din no wase mesremo mesremo ebiwai monkanche Jane na no poku agema ne woni a wotunufo woni etunufo no kanche ne se dibre we pa womde amano no womfanto ho ma wonye kora efise sa card we de eye bad game Michael Otu so de ya wode aba wose na de be na NDC for promote sa ma minsa wono ni din ne mfonyini ebekwa akoto ballot papers ni bedia no ni mfonyi na ebekwa akoto o ballot paper ne so ana ese bibia eye maami je sese ni omu ye ya no mu promote no no won ne ebeto aba na ma no wo so no kra de ne ho adwiri no awrama agema so de ni a wo se edi asem kra ni bright asiedu wo se bi wai me show breman omoada na mehwe mu firi omoana breman omoana na mehwe wu efiri na Steven Chachi so de ose NDC never again Dominic Owusu ose radio TV ni radio TV edem Kwame Benjamin ose monto adwuma pa ne so papa na Cynthia so de yode aba ose do mi pilachu na chese wo hwe ye firi Paul Justice ose mami we pa wo de asem na okeka na nwumire sa no the metie masum kra na emechew Francis Kujo so de was say mehwemu free UK na Kwame Richardson was say BY mommo adwuma mayen Johnny Johnson was say monkanchere mampani dada John Dramani ma say was wo betua sika ben wo tua de na so betua ka chense Ghana for so mabio wo betua sika obe Ghana for so mabio Ejaibu achi Augustine so de odiaba twa kai na wanya adaje atwa ne tintintintin chese twa kai wasi we nyina ebewie na chese sum amanfo be su se mam ni omo ye na nwumre no Shatter Spirit Dancer so edie on the for life one wode eto honomo Albert Wilson was Ghana and a Jagos from Sawam so was Ghana politics dear through sere papa ret entrikisi bi a wo mo bo no honomo ye bebo ni se ye be wiase no na niema ye pinso Ibrahim Gariba Kenya oyoko kofodua en wodi efre wo se na se mo se plan aba wo Ghana ni se wo de twusu obara ni meti na chese wawin wo twusu obara ni meti ani ha wawin na chese wo ko wanim mon kanje mampani dada mama se plan we de wa fedi poto onapo wobesen subio na ya ahema so de yode aba eni wose bi wai mitiemu free nunwa na mesremu kache JDM say wo ma ye break ye mpe promises akese bi ebe wiase na yesu entwipina man wonso say 4 more years for nana abusua ye toa so bani ni sujumedie ene ye ne hajia frempon ye ne hajia ama frempon na esi adwa ewo ha sei MPP communication team member yehwe ni mu sabre die route ba bi owo bia no ene me gidi se running mate en water na chi den ya chese wompie mu ha no
o so wo ona ye hunu na
hajia wo kai wabra MPP amanyokoi mo beba nsa na mo beba no sabre na nipa e won kranza eni woni e wo bunu region fa satam na ye bunu eni ahafo nyinada ebi po won kran ha na wo suo se wodi wosika akoto DKM Jester Motors eni kuwuduo bi mu ye ba ye behwe ni agim musika amamo eni se wutie finance minister ye tua yentua kura ben 90% de na nipa no so wo ho no so abesu da bi yensan kan ye enne mampani dada mama asem a wo kan se banks ya guo savings and loans aguguo ya manfo ye de musika no ye de be mamo ye betua half ye be wo se NDC ba wo betua sika no enya afe na co receiver nya afe na fail forms wo betua sika no de amagana fo nti na de campaign no na chese ya launch campaign ya ye bibia bomu wohu amanfo ho kire won monto mayen ye beba betua sika no e de amamo mo bosha mo che ya mo antumi ani so ni bi
ye di na wo kan no say yera kenoforiata say ya wada no call rashe bedwam e de the media review no e baaye me pese me che se me afi na me kwa akobie ka me bie na waka
wo onu kura de se asase mu kura de waka ne dadaada se o matua be 90% but nipa no e form ne so se da bi yentua ye
ebi aso kan nti na wan kansa watua obia no wo kan se mfa se ye chemu ye mu nchichemu ha o so se aduokono nti obviously 10% bi ho no mo so mo nya o musika minyi ni se obi ete ho no ma yetua ne ka sebi obefre ababe kase yentua ne ka nti eye dan a ebi mu wo ho no ma omu yentua omuka but oka so waka so se obi bia no ebenya ne sika me se amanyuko na ye dom no ye mie ya no ankasa na ye nya ne saa ye ba ye no ye nka asa ne ma ye ka se ye be no aman ye be ni nya ye ni na awie name financial sector honom no DKM God is love Uboba Jasper Motors for Jester Motors for no aban we buy no sika no ogusu a otua nti no de
enfie se nie
sa ebi ne sa obi si onu oba onye validation
no se no de onya ho
dade nyame anim ni nukure nie we ye journalist se ka yera joma amate hanoma ka sa question ka wo be bisana mami se nti metimi a na me so ka chena me sorry ya na maba me sika wo ho oseje wo sika san na wonom how excuse my word irresponsible is that se mete honoma na ma sorry say obi si obetu eska na mami wo yes akra na sabe wo chen crofo so mo made intro you are teaching people how to come and lie because you are so desperate for wo petu mi ama intro bia obetimi bia ze wutwa wo nhwehwe wo sorry ya na watua inti wote honoma nopa na nkrofo asaline sa wo mo ye hwan so wo mo free he so wo mo ye dan wo mi so wo mo hwe eno anso wo mo ba ya me na mi sika wo hon mo se ampa mi gina UPS 20 ene date da ben 20 ahe na me kan no me hwa wani ma osika wo ho ampa na ye san amampanyi na 2000 na minister for finance na ode na ba in the future impossible government no ono so atena se o se ampa ye sa promise ni giscan neko hwan pa no gi sa asem we di Sabi class 1 ni akola akra ko kansa asem we di enti na ye ko school ero ko e di enti a ana se di enti na ye ko school a ye hwe se ne ho am na ama school akuntabuo enti a na wo de wo mu ho akuntabia se sabi obi no dwama ama de anya me nwanwa ni onima no obi mapenwo no medi no odi wi ade aka no enti sa wanya validation na oba na obeka cho so watua 20 million na wontimi misa ni nkuntabu ofise wanfa krata bia anto ho ni enti oso obeye sa na eno no opese obedi Ghana fo sika na obedi Ghana fo sika na obi antimi anka nchen so mampanyi na oye den no ka cho sa me ka sa me de me nhwehwem metua enti se metua 10 billion ni abonsa mama no na ekọ Nintu asana na se 1 billion wetu a na de aka na hye ni bottom no te se ne nkode bauxite ne ma ni nuan eno abi no gina no okaye no na mom na nya ade a ehonom no na nsentrofo no wo opportunity so ombe bisa no me expect person nsentrofo no be frɛ na bisa no mo misa General Mosquito anasa mo misa Samijamfi we nya nebulos ne amorphous ono na bie na no bi anhye no no mra mekirem se ska no wa peska bi agu ho opeska bi gu honum ofri abanwa no so no no mfa ga na nkwasha IMF ase inti ska de na oba betete de ama wo no sika na aban na yete so no
sabre no amo
diligent na me ba bekire mu
ya sabre no amo ba no amo ka ase mo ba mbetua no se na mo mpe sika nwu ho
inti ono so ba sika na inti na me ka cho se no na oba be ya oba no oba ye adwuma be no oba peska no waka che nkrofo se media man validate metua mamo na wa sa wo ye Ghana ni a utua to na wo dwen Ghana ho na obi a wabedi abanwa da otimi gina honom kasa asem we a enta so many book bia mu na so wote honom na wote hobi na obo nsem mamo mo a eto gemara e de chese me asem na okan me ye mahye me esa Ghana fo otimi kasa sa wo nhwehwem inti achino bia sorry ano waba me de me ba ya me de 1 year metu ani nyina ma inti owie na okotena na okoka kire obi so otu ya 50 billion how does he account for it how ye be ya amanyosam de obi atimi ye utimi gina se obi atimi kan bi aye raudo isax na ka gbeshi ne mo gbeshi ni bi on ma wo kan sabe ka de betimi akwahyen wo ho ochina wo ban se nkrofo baba be kirem se wanka ne so so obetua ne sa na o se ye be hwe nkrata na na ewo hom nanso ogina o kan ye nyina ayete yen de ye ba ye no ye hu se banking sector no sabe banks ni bi onuma ebi wa se wa kinkan bi na ebi wo to negative 700 million enso ye hwe omo assets wo honuma na 200 million po se si ayete hanumi na maba na mabeka cho se me pese me didwa osu yo amade na wo kwa akoton misi o me kwa akofa enema wo e friend say China na aba makọ bank na bank na bisa me se na edien na wo e kire se wo di si ho a me ma usika na wo koba wo betimi no makofa car no mafa we nya na me di aba car ne nkrata so enya me di e bi wa dia e na me di aba na dan so dan ne me bra panyi dia na woni hwe na wo di abegino se me ma usika e na me di ba be si awowa na omo nim da bi o mo di omo wo ho no omo niema e kaba abaina na ewo so saa time no kan say bi mu ho ma enya hwe ye ntimi ye first car for nsangum enu bi na papa no ye bisa no radio so otan shock kala kaka ewi ase o so obeba scanner wa wia no wa beji skasa wo de kwa ato esia wa beji sa wo de kwa kwhye wa adwumam wa wo san robbing Paul to pay Paul wo san wi a wa wo ho na enya wo sika so na nka ban we bae na wa nka sa ne sa na tie de a menka ni nyina mum ebi why obi afrel apart from omo ano musika wo mfa say fund management ne sa na ma no omo ano musika ne wo banks na ye consolidate ye no ayaye ni CBG no aso obi aba Adom FM aba be ka se ode ne check anase ni ATM akọ CBG bi ama ye ka chen se scan ni hoda mena mi wo bi e wo baako UT ye close here na omo ye friend sen my first thought was that mami ko me sika ya hye me ko na lady no wo honom no CBG ni bisa me so do you really need all them and anya ska bia mo na me say I don't but I'm scared no see how much do you want to withdraw na me kan no yi mami no say here is your balance ma me rehre say sika no at that time no na me ko UT at those times they UT no na me ko mu ntimi mfa mami
aje mami mfa me lines no entumu na afefo entumi emremu mami mfa ba komienu adwenkyere no kwadwomafo de ya bode aba o se Ghana fo etoda wodwene ho a wonti ase mpadimfo no wonsem bi ya woka no ubomu a uhu so na kwadwo de ya ode aba kwadwo se ebiwan edie na mpanimfo a nebo kan ye beye no de na obetena so woye ne pese ye hu eye se oman no atim ni se ye betro aba unipa kro based on achievement ne watumi aye ese mpanimfo mienu no aye betro aba ma omu ni nyina da obi a wo bibia waye nti unipa kro ba kan ye waye otena so de na wo ye na kyese yetumi ahu ne wo ka sefa GH so de ya ode aba o se ebi wai hwe mesrew kache mampani dada John Dramani mama ye say promises so de ba wo ma ye ne oka won ye oka ye beje atwumu kule kwam kule no aha na number na chese ye koyanim na ye tumi koyanim bell somewhere so de ya abode aba o se ebi wa ye damase ene adwuma na kwam nkansa so de o se ebi wa nie montoa adwuma no so ema ye papa ena we so de ye ode aba Kobi Manuel o se hwe MPP fo so kasa o MPP for kasa umbe kasa sa womso hu adwuma bi omo ye kwadwomafo so de was say Ghana for NDC de never again some person ho dwomo a mamonto aba no ma NDC da na kwa me nkansa was say enti politics pa na Ghana ye ne sa no nipa twumbo ni sirem say pa na asem ekita no I am found man into 0302216561 and 0302216562 which me a Fernande or Drenchia bedwedian so and the Emma Mijana no pokwajiman some more there to January near Waka Edia fa Chesa Gia Wajia Tumo so bedi NDC Amanyu Konechi Hadia Suofia Nasamode atu January bet me afre 0302216561 and 0302216562 Mamemfa Frefwa Odika na yenko yenim hello.
No, sister.
Eja.
Akobere.
Mejo sopa. It was my majesty.
I am not the one who I will know the best. Sister, the young season, no crapa, the any kind of cote. Your majesty may say, in Enchanto. She said, you put ever president, Mamma, my president, or Castle Cheska. MVP woman or tan, I don't first know your knowledge analysis, beautiful, Kumasi Koban to Madi Coke Tekovia Elibu. Come on now, your opposition now, MVP, European MVP for opposition. In some of the Kamaka Cano, or Ombetia, no more Skabu baby. Na MPP, almost Skabu baby, I'm going to meet ya. Better than could go in some of the kind of Amaka Modica, Ghana Deca, you see, your baby, Popo Bracho, Yan Pesa Subino. Who shall I say, much more? The fastest press conference in Ghana. We do 1 hour 30 seconds. My press conference 8 years Umawi. Nam hopo yam people and dia adjust. The person to bomb be able. The woman or the Yamaba yam people and dia ninja nino tama central MP to come.
Yeah, that's it, Majesty. Na Timo Buaten Edia ya wode aba or say ABY JDM any Mami Jane the value is the same. Me Italy and I'm hello.
Hello.
Meaning I would dinner baby free.
With the vice assemblyman Fukufuja.
A giant you.
And it's in fact there. It's a demonstration to Fukufuja to Club Biamuno. My dwarfa. Nice to see me. It's here for me because your PC income on the market if you feel why what Bima, you see me. I made the Ghana for me now. See a boy. Pass again and public at the sorry, 2020 October. Your mom printed at the mama. Hey, then a free room, I don't know, printed that kind of. Or the Ghana free room chat, and no clue. And I say, or how I dress it, oh man, can I tell me? Never be a yuffie, with a museum, not Jacob or Jacob watch us as well. You have a top of my mama view. Hey, and I can't say, John Montpellier, if you go to Jagan about him, if you see that. So Montpellier or Jim Manfong, not like that today. 3 months. I look I thought the 3 months I can't count you. You come on. I'm the next I will my own chatters. I'm on telling for one puntuno. Let that come on looking for my and look at them go.
Yeah, that's it. Hello.
Good evening, Miniaba.
Good evening, Miniaba. Maudini baby free.
Idia the champion for Adams and free. Ashama.
Yo,
Miniaba. Ayumle Yakopo Shan wo Juma Papa waye.
O shout so Ashama for me to asoma.
Yo, Miniaba. Kakra me katra Ghana for nyina ne se. Ghana for mo me nyina ye nyanka bomu. Miniaba ne se tine ma me kanasa. Ye nyina ye hu. President Akufo-Addo ba. Ghana for ye nyina ye hu ye se. President Akufo-Addo obepre to me no opagana for acho Ghana for Mr. Momonto Abana Mame. I'm telling you, sir, Ghana for this, you will say, your Abadima, President Akufo-Addo. You say, President Akufo-Addo buy a pie, you buy a pie with Mekritama Ghana for. I'm telling you, sir, President Akufo-Addo buy a human Woguno, radio stations, and the banks. You say, be a car, Massa and Maka. Now, it will be me or Casako, say, I Akufo-Addo buy no Juma, dear Juma Pana, President, he buy why. I'm telling you, sir, Akufo-Addo, we're disappointed Ghana for you, Papa. It's Ghana for Obiamo Modias of the ID card, no, not ID card and so Paquano. What about President Akufo-Addo?
Yeah, that's Siminia. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
As I would any baby, I'm free.
If I'm a black question, because if I'm a summer,
You breakfast me and you.
which I only will come from my boy. Na everyone, I jam me rock one way, papa. Some of you all come meet him in the the same and some walking, and no, or Mampino or tissue for the enana, or kick kind, so kick kind, boom, when a mace, they talk of a monster. There's so many and then a shabby beer, or mine, a bra, a rum, memoir. Just say, I'm Yakata, Swanessa. If you okay, can you own the okay cano? A boom, the or Mamma Casso Kaye, your Mampinida, that your mamma, some of Kenman, Bona boy, you won't talk a cassan. The air can you answer, Ganafuna, Yanya Jimbaco, you go to a bano. Near some for Mampini, Mamma, baby, I'm gonna better.
Yeah, that's it. Hello. I was yeah, fair for no. Yeah, fair for no. Same. Na we dear ya what they aba adwenche ya we aba Facebook live na what they free one kwesi we no so nkra de WhatsApp or say bi why agono do ben na mewo na unim na ene metie JDM na nka me pese me hu se ade foforo ben ade mono ben en wo de aba na so metie no asem o ka ye nyina no ene da yete ena neso wasan ede abatum no eti dada no a magana fo ha wo ho kora enkobi semu na de no de ba na de no de ba dada no anu wasan behwe agu ho no mo a kyese wo de ekro no sawuku ede we fi asuboy ena eba wo se bi wai dumso what the free dumsum ena free electricity ensuo sunie national unemployment scheme so ena bay indeed ye ka say president be a president or ye adwuma na ye mampani na nado if say ntutu ye ode agu akwan mu no say Ghana for hwa ne obi e kan say for more for nana wear your mask say awuku asuboy en wode we free aba abelendi we free nwa ena eba o se bi wai mampani ye oteso ne vice de bo hye bia ni hono mo hye ya woni so wato aso en wo to aso so emfie nan ebiu hagia
ebi why
yenya
want me pam frempo ebi why obi kan say ode freedom som wo kai mu street light here na e wo hanom aso mu generator ma me bi de ne ma begina ho ye omu homework 2016 ma me ne ma ne ba bi omu wo bia mi chia omu enenya covid adaroma kaba this time maybe anka ne ma no akọ school aba so omu ye homework a omu tifi omu wo kane a omu de ye na na adoda nkọ Akufo-Addo bae yes ye dum nkane a ye wo ha ye nya light off but ye nya dum so ye nya timetable last week ya na Facebook reminder e ma me schedule e be da ho ma me August hwan schedule ene ye ni sa schedule ni bi schedule ye won ne say ye de ye time hyehyɛ honom say ye baba we programs last week ye ra Kenoforiata call parliament o kam nyema ba ku mienu bi amebobo so aban no covid by na aban ne ye ayibi policy bi omode ba say MBSSI for na ehwe so cap business support
ne omo se omo de bu adwadi for ude haji aye baba beto no so ye bere no aso preaching time aso
me patcho mami mfanwie cap business support no small and medium scale enterprises ya started to yes kana ema omo osaba ye no say creative arts or the 50 million shemu ama omo Ghana care no ye covid year chasenya nenko ade post covid ya me ya adoma inti so bi ba yes 4 more for nana 4 more to do more
Hajia ama Frempon and Yatin Kano MPP communication team member and Yatin Kananke area say Yane Ruth Sedor deputy youth organizer Emma National deputy national youth organizer ma NDC ebetwa so wentumi enu ha ne yenyina ye nim dwumadi omode ahyehye so ewo UPSC ene ena running mate Emma Mampani dada John Dramani Mahama ne wodi NDC amanyuko nanim wapa ne hontuma wonso age atum de nsem atudwa eti abusuan fam nsia sei ye betwa so efri kine ekọ na ye biebie mu ye dam ase papa
running mate ne de no ani CV no vice president yo ni
ye da se Franco Trading Enterprise ye da wonum ase ena agbeve heba center DBS roofing sheet ye da enyume ya se na producers listo wo kwadwo fojo abednago asante asiedu ena kwamkule no Facebook Live Adaroma Jamestown Jeko ena de etu mabusia wo frame ABY mejoso makramo